Today we're visiting Tipton Airport, one of Anne Arundel County's hidden assets. Located near Fort Meade, this was at one time the Army's Fort Meade's Air Base. It was turned over to Anne Arundel County, I believe in 1994, and since then has been operated by the Tipton Airport Authority, which is a quasi-governmental organization that is affiliated with Anne Arundel County but operates independently of Anne Arundel County. This airport is an opportunity for both hobbyist flyers and for the corporate flyer to come to Anne Arundel County and be very close to Fort Meade and all of our cyber and defense industries that are located in this area, but it's also very easy to get by train from here to Washington or Baltimore. So if you are flying in, for example, from the Midwest and have a series of meetings here in the East Coast, Tipton is the perfect place for you. Obviously, this hangar is where we keep our police helicopters. We have two police helicopters in service here in Anne Arundel County. They serve all sorts of missions and are part of our overall effort to keep the public safe.
Tell us what type of airport Tipton is and what sort of traffic you get.
Tipton Airport is what they call a general aviation airport. In aviation, you have commercial service, military, and everything else, whether it's a corporate airplane, a privately owned airplane, a training aircraft, they're all classified as general aviation. And this is a general aviation airport, which basically means we have no commercial scheduled service here.
And so the typical plane, the typical customer that's coming in is what?
Right now, the vast majority of the airplanes that come in are single-engine, piston-driven aircraft, probably 3 or 4 passengers in them. We get some small business aircraft, which would be probably 5, 6, 7 passengers, turbine-driven airplane. We also have a considerable number of helicopters here.
How would you say your proximity to BWI affects the operations here at Tipton?
Well, we are classified as a reliever for BWI. Typically what you have in a metropolitan area is a commercial service airport to handle all the air carrier traffic. And then you have a system of smaller airports that can divert the smaller traffic out of the air carrier airport, which has the effect of increasing the throughput of the commercial airport because you don't have to have as much separation between aircraft. So we actually are designated in the national airport system as a reliever for BWI to pull smaller traffic out of there. So in that sense, it works really well being close to BWI. We're a very good alternative for the smaller business aircraft that are doing business in northern DC, southern Baltimore, don't want to go to the expense and trouble of getting to BWI. We provide them a really cost-effective alternative.
Tell us a little bit, in the background here we have a couple of your hangars. How many hangars do you have and who are the tenants in general?
Well, the facility we have, the hangars, were those that we acquired from the Army when we acquired the airport. We have 4 large aircraft hangars. They are 20,000 square feet each. The tenants we have primarily, we have both Anne Arundel and Howard County Police have their helicopters here. MedStar, which is part of the Washington Hospital Group, has a crew base here and a maintenance base. We have the news agencies, Channel 4, Channel 5, and various other agencies have their news helicopters here. We also have maintenance provider for these fixed-wing aircraft that are here, and then some flight school tenants in there.
Tell me a little bit about the pricing as a general aviation pilot. Some of the benefits of using Tipton.
If you're talking in terms of comparing us to operating into BWI, it's considerably cheaper to operate here. Flying to BWI, you'll pay a landing fee to land there. You'll pay a handling fee to get parked. You'll pay a parking fee. Also, your fuel is going to be probably 3 times what our fuel is. To land here, there is no landing fee. We'll charge you, for a small airplane, we'll charge you $5 for the day, $10 to park overnight. And it's easier to get in and out of here. File in, file out, and you're done. There's no big security checks or anything else you have to go through.
What about the fact that you're so close to Fort Meade? Does that affect the pilots who are flying in here at all?
No, not at all. The airspace over Fort Meade is actually open airspace. It's not controlled or restricted airspace, I mean. And the airspace around DC has what they call a special flight rules area. Anybody flying in and out of this airspace, it's a little more controlled than it is elsewhere in the country, so that they know exactly who's coming in and out. A big benefit to us having Fort Meade so close to us is the extra security we get. We have military police coming over here, driving our roads. We have the state police that help do perimeter protection for Fort Meade. They come over here, so we get a lot of free police protection.
And I guess over the years, because of your proximity to Fort Meade, you've had some interesting visitors come in as well.
Yeah. Probably the most interesting was many years back, we had Vice President Cheney fly in. He was doing a visit over at Fort Meade. They landed him here. It's kind of interesting because those visits always start off with 1 or 2 people coming in saying it's going to be a low-key operation. The day of the event, there's probably hundreds of people involved in terms of transportation, security, dog teams, all those types of things.
Talk about the runway a little bit, the length of your runway and the project that you're looking forward to completing in the future.
Right now, our runway is 3,000 feet, which is probably on the small side in terms of general aviation airports. We are, as I mentioned before, we're classified as a reliever for BWI. The FAA has determined that we are what they call a B2 airport, which is basically designated for small business class aircraft. So you have the design aircraft's the King Air 200, which in most configurations is a crew of 2 and probably 9 passengers. Based on those kinds of determinations, the FAA determines that our optimum runway length should be 4,200 feet. So we are actually going through a process now to get our runway extended to 4,200 feet. The first part of that project is completing what they call an environmental assessment. It's a process that the FAA manages. They look at a wide range of environmental issues: sound, noise, historic length, impacts, air quality, water quality. All those types of things, factors are analyzed, and then a report written up on that. Right now, the phase we're in is the FAA is reviewing our latest draft of that report, which I should say it's a pretty comprehensive document. It's probably 6 or 7 inches thick. They'll look at that, and what we hope the conclusion they'll come to is that our extension will not have any negative impacts on the environment, and that they'll issue us a finding of no significant impact. From there, we would then be moved to the phase of designing the runway extension and then go to construction. The nice thing about it, because we are in the national airport system with the FAA, we are eligible for FAA grant funding. So for the environmental assessment, for the design, for the construction, the FAA would give us grants of 90% of that cost. The Maryland Aviation Administration will match that with 5%. So the local share would only be 5% of the project cost, which is really a nice compounding factor.
And basically, if you expand your runway to 4,200 feet, it's a game changer, right? I mean, it really changes the operations of the airport.
Yes, I mean, in addition to the small aircraft that are here, and we currently have about 116 based aircraft, you will see, we believe, a lot more business aircraft come in here, because it makes sense if you're going to fly into this market and you're in that smaller cabin class business aircraft, it's going to be a lot cheaper to operate out of Tipton than it is to go to BWI, and it's going to be a lot easier too. The security at an air carrier airport, as we've all seen when we fly, is a lot more strict than it is at smaller airports. So we will be a lot easier to come and go, and a lot cheaper operating costs.
Well, hopefully people will see this and they'll learn a lot about the benefits of using Tipton Airport.
Yes, and I'd like to add to that too. We are a community asset, and we are open for the public. If you want to come out and bring your picnic lunch or dinner and sit out here and watch airplanes, we have a place for people to do that. We also very much like to host Boy Scout groups, Girl Scouts, any school groups that want to do an aviation tour. We set those up all the time. Contact us, we'd be happy to do that.
And what's your phone number?
It's 410-222-6815.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.